Well, hello everyone and welcome yourselves back on in. Here we are. We're just taking a little observation as always, just throughout the start of our settlement, enjoying and soaking in the start of something beautiful. And there we have it, look. Oh man. The start is always fantastic in city builder games. It really is. I really appreciate being here though, guys. Welcome yourselves back on in. If you haven't already, please do consider subscribing, hit the thumbs up, all that jazz, blah blah. Right, we left off with a pretty stabilized basic settlement. And as you can see, we have 12 months of fuel, 4 months of food, and we are kind of getting the variety in at the moment. So we started getting the berries. We've got 8 families, 24 population at the moment. So all in all, pretty solid. I think today is going to be all about getting a small economy going in the marketplace. So we're officially going to be earning from these guys, and we are also getting in a whole bunch of burgage plots to appease the next point that we're going to get. And we'll have plenty of space for families to move in. But in the meantime, I am going to go ahead and start getting into the trade industry. And I think I will be going into the sheep industry as well. So we're going to be kind of knocking up our own clothing with that. So trading post. As we know, they come on the King's Road, and it's important that we kind of utilize that for our own accord here. So we're going to just pop it straight in here. And I think I can actually prioritize that one. And I'm not going to allow the marketplace. So we've got a highest on the trade post. I'm going to speed it up a little bit as we go through. I'm going to go from there. I really appreciate the love on the first episode though, guys. Thank you so much for that. As I say, always just popping a little hello in the comments and the thumbs up helps me push out further to people, so thank you for that, and please do consider helping me by doing that. Now as we get these families in, what we'll do is kind of just make sure we've got all of our marketplaces kind of doing what they're supposed to. I'm not going to upgrade these just yet, although yeah, we kind of want to focus the industry ones being upgraded first, and more we'll do the farming, right? I'm just waiting for this food to come in to kind of give us that buffer, because the berries will disappear as we go into the winter here, so we will be turning off this section. Once we get the regional wealth, we'll get the herbs in as well, but at the moment it's just they will start to deplete, so we got to be careful. And then when we get our manor house, we'll start to get our tax going as well. I do want to try and grab the mercenaries. I'm hoping they don't disappear as quick. We now have enough to go take out those anyway. I really want, I don't know, look at this flock of crazy geese. Light mercenary spearmen, light mercenary infantry, and 1 archer. So they've already been taken, the thingies, which is fine. I'm actually going to flag out my guys here. We're not going to put them on sprint. And what we're going to do is go take out the bandit camps. So this will give us some money. They appear, I think they're all the way over here. Just the one bandit camp. There's one here as well. So I'm just going to bring them over. For some reason, apparently my units are over here somewhere. Not quite sure what's going on. So I'm just going to tell them to basically attack and see. Apparently they're over in here. There's a major bug right there. Probably don't want to sprint either. But I'm not going to be able to actually disband outside of my home region as well. So I'm not quite sure what the deal is there. Oh no, there they are. It's because I was paused. Ignore me. We're fine. That took a second. We're going to hopefully set up right here in a defensive position. And what I want to do, I basically don't want them to die in our settlement here. I don't want to have to deal with the corpses. So I'm just going to speed it up. We'll deal that nice and quick. We have 17, so we should be okay. I don't want to get them too tired. We're just going to bring them here. I do love the fighting in this game. And let's go with a defensive stance. We should be able to pull them out. They should come out as soon as we're kind of in this territory here, so we'll go with that. And here they come. Our first ever battle, once again. Speed it up a little bit. Should be a nice and easy fight anyway. Let's make sure we're defensive, which we are. I think our effectiveness fatigue is almost gone. Hopefully it should be gone by the time they get here. And here comes the clash of iron. Boom. It is cool, isn't it? There is new animations, so I'm just keeping an eye on them, really. See what the spearmen actually do with animations here. Looks pretty cool so far. I'll be honest though, I'm not sure if I recognise, but we're going to do the usual push forward here and try and kill a couple. See how we get on. Don't let him bully you guys. There we go. One dead. Could be able to speed this up and get them nice and wiped out now without losing any. Job done, guys. There we go. Well done, units. Let's go and... I'm actually going to grab this and then grab the next one as well. And I'm going to put it into regional wealth. Trading post done. New family in. Let's go. So we're going to send resources to nearby town. So we'll get that regional wealth. And then we're going to go and set up for the next one over here. And I'm going to put them defensive. It'll take a little while for them to get there, but our thingy is done. We've got the issue where it's saying we're not connected. If I just do that, that should get rid of it. Yep, perfect. And we are going to assign one to this, and we're going to come in. And let's take a look at our first proper trading stuff here. So, I think it's going to be stone early on. We're going to want the trade route for it. And we could also do planks because it's a freebie. So you don't necessarily need the trade route, as you guys are probably aware. You can set an export and just basic traders will come and pick them up. So we're going to say desired surplus of 20. We'll set up a new one of that. And I could do firewood. I'm probably not going to do the firewood though. I want to make sure we do have some. I'm going to set an export and we're going to say always have 20 stone in. And I'm also going to do the same with, for now, we'll set an export of firewood. So we'll say 100. We can get rid of some of those as and when. So it'll take a little while for them to kind of stock that one up, but that's fine. We'll get that going and then we'll get our stone pit on the go as well. So what I could probably do as the families come in is start to really consider some industry here on that front. So let's get a little stone mine. Again, you don't want to overlap because it'll actually take some of the rich deposit away. And we'll get into that as a bit of a freebie. It's a bit of a naff one to have, really. It's good for selling stone early on to get established. But yeah, we're not going to be able to kind of advance that well, if that makes sense. Just going to speed this up so we can go fight this, though, because we are in November. Plenty of houses being built to accommodate the new families coming, though, as well. And we can get some upgraded, too. They're quite far away, aren't they? They certainly are. I didn't see any changes yet to influence, so we'll keep an eye on all of that. But we have plenty of gold now to actually go ahead and start to consider what we want to do. So the ones without the expanded, let me have a look. That one and that one's got 2 families. They're singular. This one here? That can also be expanded. This one here is going to be one of the workshops. So we're going to get that one upgraded. And then we'll see what we want to do with these guys. This is probably going to be the first kind of maybe, I don't know, military related. I'm not sure. We can look for things to sell either way. Right, first lot of planks. Sorry, hit my mic. First lot of planks are in, so we should start to see that being sold as well. We've actually got a good amount of resources here to get in more carrots and stuff if we want. Which we should see that harvest in a moment. Like our units are ready and they are coming out to meet us, which is perfect. I'm not going to do the animation for this. To be honest, there's not a lot we can do on this one. I just want to clear it out for the free money, essentially, and then we'll get the push forward. Looks like that's still really, really effective like before. We've lost 1, which is fine. Let's go take this. Nice, easy clash right there. And the burgage plot's coming in nicely as we kind of deal with that as well. And then we'll bring these guys home afterwards. When they kind of pick up the resources. And I think I'm going to send it to my treasury, guys. Because I'm going to start to build up a little bit of wealth. Because actually I can hire some stuff in if I wanted to. So I'm just going to send those guys back now. And we're going to continue with our expansion. So with that one coming in, we just need to get into the next month for us to kind of go to the next phase here. And I'm thinking inside of these ones, we've got the orchards, right? So like, for example, over here, I'm going to pay for an apple orchard here. We're trying to get a variety in early on. And with these being the expanded smaller ones, I haven't quite kind of considered what I want to do. I think I'm going to try out the smaller veggie gardens just to see how they get on. And then we can change them at a later date. And that's fine. And then these we want to be able to upgrade when we can. We just don't have the wood at the moment. So I think next family, I'm going to sacrifice and go into the logging camp. Which, by the way, has eaten massively into this. I'm going to expand it. I don't want to hit our thingy. I'm going to go like that. And then what I'm going to do in the meantime also is get a forester hut down. I think it's a bit steep there. We don't have enough wood, so I'm just going to wait for one more piece of wood. I'll assign the thingy to that. I think I might actually change this. Not change it, but just adapt the road to come through here. Perfect. And then I'll pop it on this. Boom, we got the 2 in. We'll get that going. We are officially in December though, so first year is almost over. We're a couple of months away. Houses in just fine as well, and we're, I think, in a good position to be pretty stable. I just need to keep an eye on my leather, which we still have enough. Woodcutter, okay. Food, not so much. Are the berries depleted yet? They are, so there's no point us having this. So we're going to take that one away. And to be fair, I want this one to get built. I'm going to put that very high. I want to see if we can get like a butcher in or something. I'm not sure if you've got to go into something first, then that. I'm not sure. So, and we could also get a second one into this if we need to, just to keep food flowing. I think for the time being, we should be okay to get through though. We'll have, as I say, the carrots coming in and the apples. That's kind of why we're doing it. It's going to take a while for them to set up the trees. They are in, look, so that's going to take a year or two before we get any yield. Let's disband these units, and then we'll get a good amount. There we go. Plenty of burgage pots coming in now. So, butcher enables the production of meats and hides from surplus livestock. I have no idea what this does. I'm going to try it, and then hopefully I get an explanation on how to do it, because I'm thinking livestock farm. I think we're selling pretty well over here. I want to order in a horse as well, but we're going to need a stable for that. So I'm just going to grab that. And then what I'm going to do... Oh, we have no planks. Okay. Let's undo the saw pit, and I'll get these kind of upgraded. What I'll do, though, in the meantime is build the hitching posts. So we'll get a nice flurry of them. We'll probably go to 4. And then we'll get those guys upgraded. That's more than enough. Housing-wise, we've got enough for the family. And I'll just keep it at kind of like 2x for now. Should be fine. So just looking at the mercenaries, the huntsmen are back, as you can see here. We could also get heavy mercenary archers and light mercenary archers. The difference is just armor value. We could just grab these in. They're pretty cheap, so it's 45 per month. I don't think I have enough until I can start taxing to grab these, but I'm hoping we can utilize some mercenary this time around without it being taken. But again, we'd have to get the manor house on the go for that one. So I'm going to go down to 1 in the logging camp and 1 in the forester's hut. And I'm actually going to set the area now to be in this immediate vicinity here. Hopefully we can start getting some good trees up. I'm just keeping 1 free for building. At the moment, we've got a little bit of building to do over here, and then I should be able to flip them back over. And then production limit, I'm going to go to 30 on planks because we're selling some. Now I'm going to have to sacrifice and go into tanning more of these soon. It's just about getting these people in. Right, hitching post is in now. Oh, do I want to start getting the stone? Anyway, let's check out this butcher then. So advanced. Here we go. Ah, look at this. So we need, in order to do the butcher shop, we need to physically get hold of sheeps and lambs. So we'll be getting just meat and hides from this. Oh my god. So yeah, getting that perk is OP. So we're going to want to get into livestock trading ASAP. Like this. So livestock trading, let's get this in place over here as well. And then I'll probably just carve out some farmland over here for all the sheep. No problem. You know what? I'm going to do that now. I'm going to get the pasture. And we're going to have the multiplier perk early on. So let's just get them off this free road they kind of built for us already. Let's just go ahead and go boom. 53 sheep there. And then what we'll do is connect this in. This is going to be fun. What I'll do as well is keep the natural road going. And then what I'll do is also connect across. So it's over here. Perfect. And then we'll get... I think I'll leave it like that. We'll set our first pastures coming this way as well. So I think we... Well, Is that 2 in there? Still on 1, and our food are okay, so we should be fine. Just waiting for some of the vegetables to come in. I'm not sure if you lose the crops. It looks like you do because we were too late, so they have changed it. Or I can see them under the ground here. We officially only need 2 of these leveled up to get our next point, so I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. Let's get... How are we going to do this? We just need wood, don't we? We need food store. We need that variety. It is a big problem right now. We have the extra hand, though, so let's go boom. And then trade, we're going to say import sheep. Let's go with 10. We're going to spend quite a bit on this. This is going to be a good way of getting into meat early on. And it just kind of solidifies where we expand to first. And to be honest, it's a bit naff because the only salt deposit is this one. I don't see another one, so we would have to buy in salt. Yeah, I think that needs a bit of a change. It's a bit rubbish that you only get the 1 salt deposit. I know he's probably testing it out, but we need more. We need more. That would have been cool. Look at that. It's got 2 wild berry deposits. That one is just insane for food, that one over there. Oh, man. So the only salt deposits. We can't actually get sausages without fighting first, which is going to be a while off. So we'll buy it in. We'll buy it in. Should we have a look how much it costs? Sausages are probably... Well, we haven't got a trade route, so we can't do that yet, but we'll leave that. There's got to be salt somewhere. There it is. Salt. So import price is 14, so we probably want to unlock that one just to move into salt and stuff. That should be okay, though. We just need that food store. So we either need the carrots to come in or the other one. So I'm excited to start to get some sheepies in. I'm also, guys, going to go ahead and grab in a couple of chicken coops. I want to test them just to see. I want to see if they've been changed massively. I didn't read fully if there was any notes on chickens, so we'll see. I'll get a couple of them in. We can always change it later, as I've said, so it should give us that little buffer. Settlement's looking nice, though. All right, a new bandit camp has formed right in the top of the map here, so I think it's time to go out once again and go deal with this. So we're going to send them over. Where are they? They're up here. So I think if we can find a nice high ground bit, just here's fine. We'll send them into there. No running, guys. We have 18 now as well. We'll get into obviously grabbing those ourselves. We do have the 2 iron bits if we want to make our own weaponry. They're not very good. We have a problem with these guys at the moment. What I'm going to do is go to 12. I noticed I was testing with the numbers. 12 seems to get... I know it sounds a bit silly, but it seems to give that extra little buff to those guys. We just need 2 houses kind of upgraded to get a point. But in order to do that, we need the bloody food variety. All right, we have the track the movement now for the raiders coming nearby, so we'll have to deal with that soon. We should be okay, though. I think the ruler's army is going to send across. Really, we want to get there first. I don't think we're going to. We might be able to get there to nab the thingies, though. We have officially got our first 2 sheep, as you can see there, guys. So that is good. I'm actually going to lower this. It's a bit too much. Let's go to 5. And then we'll get the perk in to start getting them kind of breeding a little bit. There's 2 inside of here somewhere. All right, I can officially upgrade this one. So... Hey, vegetables are in. Boom. I can get 1 more upgraded? Not yet. We'll just wait for the food to go in for this one. And there it is. I should be able to... Ah, we need wood. Damn, man. No timber. Another person on this one now. I can see the trees being planted, which is great. We just need them to kind of grow a little bit quicker. Quite tempted to set up a little bit of an offshore logging camp over here as well, actually. Going to pause the saw pit, get an extra guy into the logging camp, and I'm going to also take off planks from being sold temporarily. So let's say no trade. Yeah, we can... Actually, that's fine. Because we have them in here anyway, so we'll sell them anyway. And there it is. Another burgage plot going in. And we'll get our point. We need to decide on what we're going to do, guys, because double the amount of meat produced by hunters would be good, but at the same time, I kind of want this. Yeah, I'm going with the sheep breeding. We're going full sausage. Then next family to come in, we'll also go ahead and get someone on the forager's hut, and next family to come in, we'll We'll unpause that one. Buildings aren't going to continue, actually, if we do that, though. Let's actually put them in anyway. Let's go ahead and pause the Woodcutter's Lodge so builders can continue. For that last house. And we have our increased points. So I'm going to turn the Woodcutter's... Do I want to turn it on? We've got 10 months of fuel. I reckon I can... How's the tannery looking? We've only got 6 pieces of leather. Let's get that going. Pause that one. And let's get our point into sheep breeding. Now, you'll probably think I'm an idiot for that, but that's fine. We're going to get some freebies here. That's the plan. And then we can set our surplus in the butchers. So if we come in, reserve... I don't know whether to just keep the sheep going. We get to a certain number and then we just slaughter lambs. Or we only do sheep. So it's going to take a while. Let's just, I don't know, I want to try it out. So we'll go to 20 for now. Remember, I've just set upgrade on this burgage plot with the orchard as well. This will start producing a small amount this year. So just looking at the berries and stuff now. So happiness should stay okay. And honestly, I just want to... I don't know, this has got a good garden. I need to get something in here, really. I think another lot of carrots is probably in order. Probably for the best, isn't it? So let's get that in as well. And then as these populate, we should start to see a small, very, very small amount of eggs come in from these chickens too. So it looks like they killed the bandits and we've got free reign over here. Almost forgot about that. They've just been stood out here for ages. So we'll take the free money. We'll bring that back in. I'm basically going to try and get up to as many of these sheep as I can. So we're going nearby town and then we'll bring these guys back. Because we're not required to pay tax just yet. I'll see timber's looking good now. So I'm going to go back down to 2. And I'm going to flip back into the fuel. I don't want that to ever dip too far because we're selling it as well. And then once the building's done, I hopefully can get into the stonecutter's camp. Because we need that for second granaries anyway. We're just looking. Food variety is a problem. Clothing, we'll need that second lot of clothing, which is going to be wool, believe it or not. So that's going to be great. Let's also get that industry going. So we're going to get a really, really small amount of this. And what I'm going to do is set it up over here. And I'm also, I think, going to get a storehouse next to it. I'm going to turn off marketplace. Because this is just going to store wool. Now, the clothing items, I'm hoping we can get leather in there actually as well. We'll wait for that to be built before we kind of use it. I'm going to split out the use of clothing from this one, I think. And we'll move that family across to that one that's holding this clothing store. It's a little bit more to travel, but that's fine. I'm just going to grab in another orchard. A really small one in this bit here. Probably should have expanded here. I can get one big house in here for orchard as well. We don't want to go too far out. And there we have it. So that's good. Let's start to just collect some stone in. Got a good amount of berries and meat still. It says 2 months here. I'm not concerned at all about that. We also have the 3 sheep. We should start, I'm hoping, to get this wool in really soon. So, and our soldiers are back as well. There they are. Oh, sheepy sheep. We might slow down on this. I'm going to pause the livestock post. Let's focus on getting a bit more set up here. With this. Okay, storehouse is done. Let's focus this then. So, advanced. Let's turn everything off. Apart from clothing. There we go. So, all clothing items. Hopefully this works now. I have no idea. We'll try this. And what I'm also going to do is hopefully get one in for the marketplace there. So, we've got this family, haven't we? Okay, so we know it's the second family that we need to reassign over. So we're going to reassign them to this storehouse here. Hopefully they now get that marketplace going. So it's going to show abandoned. That's fine. Hopefully the leather comes out of here and into this. We'll see. We just need the items to actually get across to here. So it might take a minute. And I think I'll use one of these guys to put them in the sheep farm. We'll start getting that wool in for that second bit of clothing as well. And I am going to utilize the upgrades over here, guys, because it's all extra gold. And then we just need 3 tier 3 houses for the next point. It's going to be a little while off. And the extra one, let's turn back on. Actually, do we just go ham on the berries here? I think we do. We get a bit of a surplus going because we've got the the ability to. And we'll get that going. We're selling goods here, which is nice. So stone coming in. Beautiful. I'm going to keep that stone going forever. And we'll keep selling it. As I say, we've got our production limit on planks. I'm going to go ahead and order one more ox. And I'm going to go to livestock. And I'm going to permanently assign one to the logging camp now. And we've officially got our first wool. Beautiful. Okay, we're going to need a weaver's workshop, so I'm going to pop that right next to this one. We're cutting into some of the trees here, but that's okay. I'm going to get rid of those eventually anyway. Hopefully this plant's a little bit better, but wood, yeah, we got the timber, so we're fine. Okay, as we make money and the new families, I'm going to unpause the livestock again. I'm going to slowly keep increasing this because, yeah, we could buy the lambs to be fair, and then they go, but sheep, the ones that multiply to upgrade. So I'm just going to get more in. For 4 at the moment. I want to get that going as soon as possible. We did kind of waste this family on the butchers this early, but now we know, right? So that's okay. And I think now I'm going to turn off the firewood. So I'm going to say no trade of the firewood for a bit. Just because our numbers are going down. So we're on 6. That's fine. And then planks, we'll grab in this one in a moment. I'm just going to hold fire. Berries we'll have to turn off in a couple of months as well. It's going down. Still not seen the eggs yet. Why are my animals migrating? Oh, we're cutting into them a bit too much. Let's move this over. Don't want to hit the migrating animals too much, so let's get that logging camp set. I think they moved a tiny bit there. There we go. We got eggs. Lovely. I'm seeing them come in, so slow and steady. I might just make all of these just for the time being. Some really small chickens. Cheap to run. So, and it will give us that little bit of family buffer for eggs as well. Just going to go ahead and check in on the clothing store because it's kind of messed up. So let's go ahead and demolish this now. Get rid of that clothing store. And I'm hoping these families will go ahead and make one. Oh, I'm an idiot. I had it not turned on there. So they should go make it now. Oh, there we go. Clothing store's back in. Job done. It shouldn't take too long because the goods are pretty much next to it. So we're fine. Hoping the leather comes out of here. It's still not coming out, guys, which is frustrating. But it is what it is. We're doing all right, I think. Absolutely fine with that. I really need to focus this clothing variety now. So we need to get this bad boy justified. Let's get someone in the weaver's shop. But plenty of wool already coming. We're getting a lot, look. So this is really good. And I think we can then assume that they'll get this in. Storage is full. Just the stonecutters camp. That's fine. Probably pause this for a little bit. I'm going to be jumping between the sections to make sure we're covering it correctly. And then we're going to also make sure we are upgrading these when we've got planks. For the time being, though, we need to turn it back on. We don't have any more houses either. So let's pause it up and let's get into another load of burgage. It's so easy to just hit a point where you can't really do much. All of a sudden it's crazy. So we're going to come along this bit here. So I think I'll bring... I'm hoping I can fill this out substantially. I like that way. We've got a mixture of doubles and singles. Maybe... No. You know what? Should we get some nice big apple orchards or farms into here? Yeah, let's do it. There we go. First, some more houses in then. So let's get those built before we move forward. Go ahead and change the logging camp and get the saw pit back on. Let's get these planks in. So I just want to upgrade these guys so I can buy in more. We're doing well on money. So all's good. By the way, I could take this user out of here and they'll still come and buy from this little section. So another bandit camp. So that's basically free money. At the top again. We'll assemble our army either way. They're coming, and we'll go ahead and just bring them in. Ruler's army will kill them first anyway, and we'll take the goods. We'll take the money. And there we go. Burgage plots in place, so we are good to be covered here. And we've got the money straight away to go in. So this is going to be a vegetable plot and an expanded. I'll get probably maybe another 2 orchards. I reckon that will do us vegetable-wise for food, because we should be okay. Wild animals are a problem here, though. And there we go. Look, we have yarn officially inside of our houses. So let's come in. Food variety is getting there. Clothing, not so much. So we'll have the leather and yarn coming in. We're going to need a second clothier, I think, is probably the best way we're going to do it. We've got more than enough resources. We just need the people. I'm not sure why you're putting the shields in there, man. I wish this was fixed. Not ticked. Stop putting it in there. Just want to point out, though, we have 7 sheep now in place. So, not sure why. Go ahead and pause the livestock now, and we'll leave that kind of do its thing. And let's get a second clothier. And although, shall we keep a close eye? It's because the marketplace, this should go up. So let's just keep a close eye on it for a minute. I think that's the best thing we can do. And then in here, we're going to go with the orchard in the middle. We get 2. We'll go 2 orchards. We're kind of low on money now, but this is going to be the main bulk of our food, I think, here. For what the settlement is going to have to offer. So we're looking pretty good. And we're also going to run out of these berries again soon. So there we go. We've got 8 apples too. Look at that. I'm just being conscious. So this number will be a lot lower food-wise because of spoilage as well. So I'm just being very conscious of that. They've already killed them, so I'm going to go and nab the thing before their raiders get there, hopefully. You can have the land. I don't care. I just want that. No, they nicked it. But there, yeah, they can have Wallbrand. No problems at all. Right, let's take a quick look then. Let's just double check. Housing are in, everything's in, stabilized. We're going to need to buy the roof tiles to get the tier 2 wooden church. We've got everything else. So maybe we'll set in an order for 10 of those. We're going to need the trade route though, which is 80 gold. I can grab that in a second. Which I think I'm going to do. Although, should we have a look? We've got... No. You know what? No. We can afford to mine it ourselves. Mining pit right next to those houses. I know. We'll grab the 150 and we'll make them ourselves for that. And that should be good. But guys, that's going to be where I say my goodbyes. As always, really, really appreciate you. Thumbs up for me. As always, subscribe if you aren't. Really, really appreciate you. Take it easy, and I'll see you in the next one.